This is where you can really see too the gravel removal. So it stopped the gravel piling here, and now when we start to fail, as this is failing, you'll really begin to see how this sediment becomes in play once again. There it goes. The heck that works its way up through.
Walk through there, all the way back up.
Yep, and just, yep.
So we see how much that bar that's on the inside of the bend up there has become perched because the bed of the river insides down so far.
You got an awesome view here.
Yeah,
Best thing I've seen so far today.
it's well, this gentleman built one, so
Just built one. But you know, I was interested in your stream bed here. I was trying to think of some different ways of creating a stream bed, but I think you just put a different class rock in there.
And it did it itself.
Yeah.
So, you know, as you bridge, and now let's say this is a good, always typical, and it's getting too close to our road. Let's just move it over. So Gretchen's gonna be busy. Here, I'll take care.
No, that's okay. It's not very good.
Okay. So, what do we gain when we cut off the meander? We lose slope, and we gain velocity. So now we can also see what happens, like if we have a chute cut off, or if we look to straighten the channel because we wanted to protect this infrastructure. Nobody's using this, we'll just straighten it.
Maybe it's actually still flowing some surface in the other channel.
Yeah. So we can really see the increased rate of erosion that's happening through it, as well as if we leave it here for a little while, it'll start to meander on its own. So this is a really good demonstration of a alluvial system in a flatter, wider valley. Failure. Vermont's really interested in erosion hazard and fluvial movement because a lot of our flood damage isn't just getting your feet wet. We've had dramatic channel adjustments where people were not mapped in a floodplain, and suddenly the river was out their back door. So it's really important to look at both getting your feet wet as well as channel erosion. It's a ground recycled plastic.
Okay.
And it just works really well because you can see the variety of colors and sizes.
Right.
So through the channel movement. And so we are starting to pick up some of our sinuosity through this even straighter channel that we had. So it'll begin to over-widen. A lot of times when people think dig it deeper, make it straighter, just get the water through, is we forget that there's a process that's happening. And it may work for this person, but the poor person downstream or upstream may end up with the results of what we've done here. So this also helps us really talk about it in concepts of we may only see this portion, but the river is really a dynamic system, and we need to know upstream and downstream of us what's happening if we want to have a good, successful project or do good planning for flood hazards.
One of the things we do in our program is we encourage towns to not only adopt the floodplain, the National Flood Insurance Program floodplain maps into their zoning regulations, but also a river corridor map, which basically approximates the amount of space that the river needs to reach a more stable slope. So not only are they protecting themselves from inundation hazards, but also been inevitable that the river will dynamically move over time, and allowing some space for that to occur.
Yeah, thank you. Project.